Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I have the DJI Mavic 3 Pro, the best drone that I've ever owned, with me today. And I am on the Snake River. I am down in the Snake River Canyon by the Swan Falls Dam. And you're gonna see that in a little bit when we get the drone in the air. But I'm just gonna kind of spin the camera around here to kind of give you a look at where I'm at. I'm at a campsite. I'm literally right on the river, as you can see, and I'm at a campsite that it's kind of interesting. Idaho Power in this part of the river makes these campsites available. I think it's pretty cool that they do that. But in any case, we're going to put the drone up in the air, and you're going to see a little bit different part of the canyon. I haven't flown this part of the canyon before, and the Mavic 3 Pro is, of course, an excellent drone to do that. So it's really blazing hot today, and I'll put UAV forecast on the screen. And where I'm at, there's no shade, so we're in the sun. You can see I've got the landing pad off in the distance, and I'll set the camera down by the landing pad so that you can see that. And yeah, let's quit messing around. Let's get the bird in the air. Okay, I've got the drone fired up, and let's take a quick look at the safety menu here. Okay, we're in bypass mode. Yeah, return to home altitude. We shouldn't need any more than 35 meters where we're at here. And let's see, compass is normal, IMU is normal, and we can look at the battery, but yeah, I knew that would look good. I always look at that. I've never seen it bad yet, but anyway, let's see. I am going to go into, I had it in video mode. I want to put it in Explorer mode because I want to be able to use the zoom. So yeah, so we've got it in Explorer mode, so we should be able to seamlessly zoom through the 3 cameras on this drone. And we're shooting, well, you know what? That kicked it back to 4K 30. I thought this guy would do Explorer mode in 4K 60, but clearly I'm wrong because it kicked it back to 4K 30. Boy, there is some kind of aircraft up above us, and it sounds like a military, pardon me, it sounds like a military aircraft. I can't see him, but he's way up there. What's going on here in Idaho is they're switching from our National Guard, our Air National Guard flew A-10 Thunderbolts, or Warthogs as they're commonly known, and they're switching to F-16. So I've seen a few F-16s in the air lately, but anyway, let's go ahead and start recording now. That's probably more information than you wanted. Nothing to do with drones, but a little factoid. Let's do an auto takeoff on the app. And that big drone is taking off. Yeah, and updated its home point. We're going to go straight up and see if it'll be able to get a precision landing. I don't know. It says to go 7 meters. I'm going about 5.5 meters, and we're gonna call that good. I am going to shut off video on the little Action 2 camera because we've seen all we want to see there. In fact, it said device overheated. Yeah, it was. So I don't know how much of that recording we got. I'm going to turn it off. So hopefully we got to see that takeoff. I'm not sure if we did, but yeah, that in direct sunlight, and it's in the 90s here today, so that is understandable, and I'd been using it earlier. I'm going to back the drone up, and we're going to do our droney out over the river here. And the reason that I'm doing that, I'd go the other way, but you see behind me there's housing, and that housing is for the employees of Idaho Power that are here. And you can see where I'm at here. It's just nothing but dirt and sun, but let's quit messing around and get our droney. Reverse and up now, reverse and up. And boy, I'll tell you what, this drone is such a pleasure to fly. We pick that camera up as we're moving back, and you can see those houses that I was telling you about. That's where the Idaho Power employees are living, or many of them that kind of run the dam here. And I'm going to point you a direction down the river, And again, this is behind the dam, so this is probably a wider part of the river than you've seen before. And I am getting in the shade, even with this 1000 nits. It is bright out here today, so I can see so much better in the shade. I was flying the, in fact, let's get down lower. Let's get lower on the river here. I was flying the Hubsan Zeno earlier today. I was on the rim of the canyon and I had to use my iPhone. And I'll tell you what, in this kind of heat, it just got so dark. It was practically, I mean, I could see, but boy, you sure couldn't see the details. I mean, I could tell, you know, when I was over the river or not, etc. But anyway, this is pretty much due south, so that we're going here now. And you know, in this part of the, you know, the Snake River generally goes east to west, but this particular part, I think we're kind of heading south here. But boy, is this beautiful or what? Man, I'm telling you. And you talk about getting hot. I can hear the, and I need to turn around and face the drone. I was trying to, because I saw I got a little bit of signal degradation there. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, like I said, just a little, you get a different view of the canyon here, and it's kind of cool to be down in the canyon. And yeah, we're just full speed and, well, in normal mode, and we're at about 15 meters per second. Let's, wow, there's a house up there. I didn't even, if I knew that was there, I'd certainly forgotten about it. I'm sure not going to bug anybody over there, but it makes me wonder, how the heck do they get down in there? Because there's no road that I know of. We're just going to kind of go sideways here. I don't want to... Oh, is that a campground? We are... yeah, that looks... Man, yeah, that's a campground, isn't it? Yeah, and I had a little image transmission error there. Okay, this is where we're going to use our zoom, and I don't want to bug anybody. Oh, that's a pump house is what that is. Okay. So they are pumping water. I'm willing to bet that they are pumping water up, and I'll bet you there's pipes that go all the way up here. Yeah. Well, how the hell would they get through? Man, I don't know. No, they can't be pumping up. Boy, I don't know. So I don't know. That's a pump house, but I don't know. It's pumping water from where to where. I couldn't tell you. What I was going to say is, if we go up over the top, there's some hay fields up there, alfalfa fields. And the power comes to this guy from where? Let's follow these power lines. In fact, let's zoom back out. Oh, there we go. Let's pick the camera up. So yeah, so the power's coming from the other side, which is kind of unusual. You got the dam right here producing power. Man, I don't know. Let's, I think we should see if we can go up and over and see here. And there is a road right there. This is a part of the canyon that I've never explored before, guys. So this is all new stuff for me. Max altitude reached. Yeah, and we're at max altitude right now, so I can't really go over the top. Well, I could actually legally. I could, because but there's a pipeline, so it is pumping up. So man, they had to drill that pipe all the way through, and I'm getting a weak signal because. Yeah, I'd have to change my, yeah, I'm trying to bring it back to us, and there we go. There we go, it's coming back. Okay, you know, I'd have to change my, I'm trying to move forward here. There we go, we're getting signal back now. In order to go up and over the top, I would have to change my return to home settings or my max altitude settings, and I'm not going to do that. So, but anyway, you get the point. What I'm telling you is there's hay fields up there, and evidently they're pumping water up to those fields. I was wondering how they got their water up there. But we could have legally gone up because we were not more than 400 feet above the terrain there, and but I'm not going to go in. I have my I think I have my max altitude set at like 117 meters or something. I'd have to go back and look, but anyway, you guys are getting a nice different look at the canyon here. And again, this is essentially south of the Swan Falls Dam. It looks like we got somebody on the river here. Again, that's where we want to use that zoom. We don't need to bug them. We can zoom right in. I'm going to see if I can get on them here, and I'm going to click that zoom. There it switched cameras. It should switch cameras again here. There it did. Yeah, he's fishing, isn't he? Look at that. That's about 24 times. Well, let's go in max zoom. 28 by zoom. And yeah, he's just, hopefully he's catching some fish. That looks like a kind of a shallow part of the lake. That is the advantage of this camera. So the natural telephoto here on this camera is 7 by, so that's the natural telephoto on this camera. Let's pick it up so you can get a look at what that looks like. And boy, does that really compress isn't that cool? That really compresses the landscape. Let's go straight forward here. And we're way up there. We're 93 meters high. So we're not bugging that guy at all. We're way high up. Yeah, this is awesome. And again, I'm telling you, this is territory I have never seen before. Looks really good. And we got a great connection with this drone. Okay, that's as far as we need to go. I'm going to flip this guy around, and we're going to come back. And maybe we can look at the side of the canyon. And as I'm going to come, well, I was zooming in. I meant to be zooming out. I'm going to get back down to that 3 by zoom. And this is the 3 by telephoto camera here now. So that's no crop. That is right at 3 by telephoto. And that's what the side of the canyon looks like here. Man, it really looks like we're close to the ground, doesn't it? But we're not. You'll see as we get around here. Oh, let's oops, I didn't mean to do that. What I meant to do was pick the camera up. So yeah, let's pick the camera up. So this is 3 by telephoto, so you can see kind of the side of the canyon here. Let's go a little sideways down the canyon. It's cool seeing the layers, and so those are different volcanic layers of different different volcanic. What's the word I'm trying to think of here, folks? Anyway, as the magma comes to the surface, it lays down different layers. So let's turn around, let's drop the camera down, and you can see those power lines up there. And then you can see way back to the dam down here. And let's come down again as we're coming back. And let me go back to the 1 by zoom. So this is the wide angle. And let's get way back down. Let's get way down lower again, like we were. We don't need to be that high right here. In fact, let's kind of get, I want to get closer over the side of the canyon here, and let's look down a little bit. I have not, you know, there's this, This isn't an island, but you know, I have not seen, you know, this is stuff I haven't seen before, so it's interesting. Let's get down low and see what we can see. Look at that. We're about 25 meters off the, from our takeoff point, I guess. I think this is a great view. Picking that camera back up a little bit again. Just giving you guys a different look at the Snake River. Yeah. So, you know, we saw that guy fishing way down there. I'm sure he put his boat in at the boat launch right here that's right close to where I'm at. So here's a road right here. I'm just, like I said, I'm still just curious how they get down in the river here. This is a trail by the side of the, on the opposite side of the river. And of course, I'm sure that connects up with where the dam is at. I'm sure you could cross the dam. Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe you have to cross the dam to get over there. That could very well be. But I don't know. I don't think, I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm not sure that there's a road that goes clear across the dam. I don't think there is. I don't know. There's got to be a way to get in there. We're kind of getting a close-up look at it here. And this drone, again, with obstacle avoidance and bypass, you don't have to worry about it running into anything. You'd have to work pretty hard to crash this drone. Let's dive down on this area right here and see what it is. Dropping the camera down. Looks like just dead water pretty much, right? Looks like the water level's gone down a little bit too. You can see where it was higher not long ago. And there's a, boy, I can hear something splashing around right close to where I am. I don't know if it's waterfowl or fish or what. But you can see where I'm at there. Let's bring it in here and see. I want to see if I can see what's splashing around there. And where I'm at here is so you can see me right there, and I'm holding the I'm holding the controller in the shade here so I can see better. So I'm facing right in the back, but I don't see anything splash. I heard something splashing around there. I don't know what it was. Anyway, could have been a fish jumping for all I know. Let's go ahead and pick it back up here, and I can show you where the dam is. And I'm not going to get too close to the dam, but we can go this direction a little bit. Let's grab some altitude. And that road that we were looking at, we can go over there. See that road, it bypasses the dam altogether. So there's got to be a way that it must zigzag down into the canyon here someplace. I would love to find out where that is. That'd be fun to get on the other side of the canyon there and do some flying for there. But boy, look at this. The road looks pretty gnarly right here, doesn't it? I think you'd probably want to be doing that on a ATV or a side-by-side. I would, yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know four-wheel drive could easily do it. I'm just saying I'm not sure you'd want to. Oh, look at that. Look at that, where that is. So now we're getting a look at where it comes into the canyon. Yeah, so there's a spot right there. So I think what you'd want to do if you were doing this is you'd want to be on your ATV. Max altitude and we're at max altitude, and again, I'm not going to go over the top of that. So let's get back down. And I've seen the trail here. You've seen this other trail that goes on the other side. I've seen that from the other side of the canyon, and I've always wondered about it. So we went around the dam, so I think we can continue down this way and look around a little bit. Learn something new all the time. So what you see, that kind of square off on the side there, that is, and we can drop down here. I was at max altitude. That is parking for horse trailers and livestock. So, you know, you can bring your horses down here and go for a horse ride. This is, well, this part of it is Idaho Power land, but as you get further down, it's BLM land, so you know, it's usable to the public. Yeah, so now we're back on the other side of the dam. Let's drop this guy down and get down on the river again here. Boy, does this look beautiful or what. And we've been flying now for, gosh, I think well, I started the screen recorder over 20 minutes ago, and it's looking good. So yeah, we still got 40% battery. Okay, I see I'm starting to get in the orange on my battery meter. That's because I'm kind of got the controller holding it in my car, trying to get in the shade. So I'm going to turn around and come back the other way. No point in getting too carried away here. And let's head straight back towards the dam. And we won't go over the top of the dam, but we'll get you a good look at it. I don't, you know, if you look on your, well, let me just say this. When I get back up where I can get a cell phone signal, I will look at the at the sectional chart, and I will see if this shows as critical infrastructure in a no-fly zone. I don't think it is, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fly over it anyway. So we're pretty close to it here. Let's go ahead and give you a zoom in, and I can tell you a little bit about the, let's go to that 3x zoom. Whoop, let me back it up just a little. So those are the spillways where they can spill water right there. And what you're looking at, that concrete structure, is the old powerhouse of the dam, and that's where the old turbines were built in. Gosh, I'm trying to remember now, 1909, something like that, a long time ago. And it's really cool. Every Saturday in the summer, they open that up for tours, and you can go in there, and it's amazing. That was what it was, high tech, about 110 or 115 years ago. But now the new part of the dam, now the new powerhouse, is right there. And I mean, it puts out, like, I don't know, some stupid 10 times more power than the old powerhouse did or whatever. But you can see it's a lot smaller and puts out a lot more juice, and no doubt is a lot more efficient. But if you ever get a chance to come down here, Swan Falls Dam, and take a look at and get a tour of that powerhouse, it is pretty cool. And you can walk across the dam here, I know. So I don't think they'd have a problem with me flying over it, but I'm not going to do it. We're going to go off to the side here, and we're going to go back to 1x zoom. And I am going to go back over the ledge here. And we're going to go that way and get back to where I'm at. My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. Well, I've been standing this whole time. I guess it just doesn't know it because I'm holding the controller. Go a little bit higher. So we're quite a lot higher than takeoff point, 110 meters high. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go sideways here so you guys can see the park a little bit. And this park is really cool because it is maintained by Idaho Power, and there's a lot of recreation. You know, people, they go out here in their kayaks and everything else. And let me drop the camera down, zoom in a little bit. Yeah, let's get to that 3x zoom. Sorry for that rough zoom there. I could have been smoother. I just wanted to get to the 3x that I'm on that next camera. Okay, there we are. We're at 3.1. There we are. I just wanted to get on that 3x telephoto camera, and I'm sorry I was a little bit rough there. But anyway, that is the park area, which is pretty cool. We're almost into return to home, and there you can see again the powerhouse. And there's a road above it. Well, as soon as I zoom out, I'll show you the road. But that's the road that I took to come down here. Let's go sideways here, and give you a look at the park. There were a bunch of people there. Earlier. I suppose I could have flown from there, but and had a little shade in the trees. But yeah, I just never want to bother anybody. So you get out here, and this is where the road goes up to where they're the employees. And I'm hearing a boat or something. Oh no! Oh, it's a pickup truck going on. It almost sounded like an airplane, and I saw movement. It's a big old diesel truck. He's making a bunch of noise, climbing up out of the canyon here. Anyway, those are the houses again where the employees live, and you're going to see me. I turned down that road right there, and you're going to see me right there. We're going to go ahead and do a return to home. Let's go back out to 1x zoom. I'm going to give you one more look, and I was telling you about the road. You can see the road there that goes down the side of the canyon and then turns around and drops down into the park. That's the road that I came down to get down in here. So at any rate, yeah, it's going to go into return to home. We're just going to let it do that right now. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
Return to home.
And this should do that dynamic return to home. And let's see, so I'm looking at the time I started the screen recorder. It's about 27 minutes. So they talk about battery time, and this battery was, I think it showed at 99%. I had charged this battery, I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. So I kind of thought it would be, yeah, now it's dropping. Now it's dropping. I can't remember what they call it. I always call it dynamic return to home, but maybe it's different. And let's see if it'll find that landing pad. I'll get on the pause button if it doesn't look like it's going to hit it. Yeah, I mean, not quite, huh? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's moving. Okay, I stopped it. It moved and looked like it was going to get there. It's really squawking now because it's below 15%. Let me drop that camera down where we can see, get over the top of the landing pad. I'm going into cine mode here. See if I can get right over the top of the pad. It's weird how it kind of moves off. You get over and then it moves off a little bit. Okay, we're right over. I'm holding that left stick straight down. And there we are. There we're on the H. Okay, let me stop recording and stop screen recording. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, I know the lighting isn't the best here, but I'm telling you, I need to be in the shade. It is hot out here today. The DJI Mavic 3 Pro, just an amazing piece of technology. We went way upriver there and got a chance to look around. Kind of showed you some of the sides of the river. We messed around with the telephoto, saw a fisherman up there. Just got to show you a different part of the Snake River than I've ever shown you before. I thought it was pretty cool. I need to come down and explore this area some more. So expect some more flights from down here. And I need to get to the other end, the BLM road that goes down goes downriver. instead of upriver, goes downriver, and go down there and fly from down there one of these days too. But right now, I've been flying drones all day, and it's time for me to get home. So this is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, of course, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.